Wagwan Wadau, episode 10. We're episode 10. We're doing really wonderfully. By the way, nimependa the support we are receiving from episode 9 about campus relationships. Kama utaiona, tafadhali take this minute, ingia pale, look at it. It's epic. Hakuna any word naweza tumia vizuri kuidescribe. Anyway, today I'm very excited because we want to talk about something that touches us at the core level. Inaitwa mental health. Umewahi kaa hivi kidogo unakasirika, unasikia tu lakini hujui unakasirikia nini? Ama unaamka tu hivi lakini umelala masaa mingi lakini umechoka, eh? So that is what we are going to dive into deeply in this episode. Tuko na very competent people. As usual, mimi naitwa Gustavo.
As usual, mimi naitwa Shom, chairman of Broke Boys Association. And yes, it's a privilege to be here once again. Episode 9, you did really well. We are very happy. Thank you for 280 subscribers right now.
Nataka tufike 500 subscribers. We can do it by the end of the month.
We can do it by the end of the month.
So, to get things rolling with speed, today we are joined by an amazing, intelligent person who is a master in this field of mental health. He'll be taking us through the ups and downs, through the nitty-gritties of this crucial topic. I'll let him introduce himself. Yes.
Oh, Gustavo. Mr. Gasho.
Yes.
Unasikia aje leo? Gustavo, unasikia aje?
Mimi nasikia niko
Na you do mental health. How you feel? How you feel?
Yes.
Kwa majina naitwa Kolo. Ama call me Collins. Ochieng is my name.
Ochieng.
Mental health
Omera.
is my... Hiyo ndio chakula napenda.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio chakula napenda. Yaani hiyo chakula yangu inakaa ni mental health. Mental health, yes. Mental health advocate, napenda mental health. Psychology neat hapo hivyo. Leo watu lazima enjoy. Lazima ujue mbona wewe unaacho kidogo. Sasa bejinyonga kidogo. But mental health, but nilikuwa nasoma story nyingine fulani leo in the morning manze. Bana kuna msee ndo ameoa bibi yake asubuhi. It was yesterday. A 40 years old.
Mbele ya mtoto
wake manze. So mbona dhani mtu kama huyo amfikiria tu kumaliza bibi mbele ya mtoto. Think about, leave alone the mother who is dead, the child now. You picture inabaki tu hivyo.
Hiyo ni trauma for life.
The picture
trauma for life.
Yes, and the child sometimes to kama hii sasa mtoto atakuwa very wild about any, kama ni mwanaume mtaitwa maumbwa, ati men are trash, but
Men are dogs.
But even before we kick things up and running, na feel like watu wengi, a lot of people don't even know what mental health is. So hata tukianza kuongelea hizi vitu wanaona tu like ni vitu za kawaida zenye zina happen in society, but I understand mental health ni nini. So nataka tuanze hiyo point. What really is mental health?
Mental health, mental health, it has what we misquote mental health as the absence of mental illness, but basically inakaa ukweli. No. But when we talk of mental health, there are aspects to kama you as a person. There are things. Kuna mtu anaweza kuambia kitu, mtu amekutusi, how will you react to that? Mtu amekuappreciate, how do you react to that? When we talk of mental health here, there are three vitu zina encompass mental health. That is your emotional.
There are three.
Okay.
Number one
is emotional. When someone tells you something, how do you react? Your feeling. Unasikia vibaya, unasikia umefurahia. How will you react?
How do you react
to it?
Yeah.
Then there is the psychological part of it.
Number two.
Yes.
Psychological part of it.
Yeah.
Where, how do you understand yourself? What do you understand your purpose? Yes. Do you understand your purpose as a person? Then we have also the societal, the social part of it.
Three, social.
The third one. When kuna watu tu, people are different. Gustavo is not the same as me.
Yes.
When you come in, but I have my strengths, I have my weaknesses, I have the opportunity that I have. Maybe you don't have them. Are you in a position to understand me the way I am? Yeah, so when you talk of mental health, you only think of the absence of
mental illness.
mental illness. You see, that is where you sort of
Yes. Wanasema
Lakini kuchizi bado ni mental health.
kuchizi bado ndio mambo, but amesema si like unajua kuchizi ni ile advance ile mbaya inajipita kiasi. So si ati kama umechizi ndio kidogo ya mental health kuna shida.
Consider the factors. Lazima tuangalie hizi mambo.
So nini unasema even the tiniest of detail.
Yes.
Like kama venye una react ukiambiwa like ukasirishwa na msee.
That is your mental health.
Bado ni mental health.
Yes, that is your personality. Nimesema tu msee. Vile wewe uko different.
So mental health.
Naona unajizi ukijana
how that feeling. We're talking about the emotional part of it. When you talk of mental health,
emotional, psychological,
the psychological part of it,
and then the social
part
that you deal with people.
You know, there are three things basically within me and within you can only control the emotions, the actions, and thoughts. Msee, mtu anaweza kuwa mtu amekupiga kibare msee. Uko shule msee, uko tu zako tu umetulia. Uko tu hata kazi yako fulani unapiga job yako fulani. Msee anakumwagia maji. How will you react to that?
Umeketi tu vizuri. Kisha mure fulani anakuja hivi, ananikanyaga kiatu yangu.
Yes. How will you react? The action.
How will you react, Gustav?
Kama ni wewe Gus.
But I think pia kuna something important mnaleta yenye pia I think pia ni vizuri tujue the difference. Kuna difference ya now mental distress na normal stress. Unaona? Mtu akinikanyaga hiyo inaweza kuwa ni normal stress. Amenikanyaga ajui. Yes. Hiyo ni normal stress, but how I will react to it inaweza kuwa mimi niko na mambo nyingine nimepile up kwa akili, lakini inapata hii kama outlet
na ina trigger hizo
bana, namshika mavidevu mtu nimemchafua, but sisi nimemchafua juu nikanyaga
hizo mashida
ni juu nimekuwa na vitu mingi kwa kichwa.
The true meaning of mental health being or a mental state. It is a state of a mental well-being where one is able to handle the life stresses that it comes upon, is able to identify his abilities, work well, and also give back or promote the community. You know, hiyo ni kama stress. Sometimes ukanyaga tu.
Hiyo ni normal.
Sometimes ukanyaga. Are you in a position? Are you in a position to identify? That is a stressor. Hiyo tu mtu kanyaga. Mjua wewe uko tu zako tu mtu anakanyaga. Unatembea tu kidogo tu. Kuna nilikuwa natembea. Umetoka tao. Tumefika base fulani bana, kuna kamtoto kakanikanyaga maji akanisplash hapa. Ngoto.
Katoi like amesema nini?
Ndio bwana. Kanika mtoto
chini ya maji. Mbona? Like I was feeling mtoto. Sasa hakuniona. The moment nafika karibu, imagine say toka tao tu kutuza kotu.
Na hiyo siku umeng'ara uko.
Umeng'ara si
nini? So hii mambo like mimi I think the biggest mistake yenye iko ni watu wengi waelewi what is mental health first of all, what is this being in a state of a healthy mental health, a healthy mental state na kwa in a poor mental state, a declining mental state. Na what are the signs ama what are the indicators that huyu mtu kidogo anakapitia huyu mtu kidogo like hayuko sawa. Juu pia unaona like today I think the biggest thing yenye watu wamenormalize ni kutoongea. Unaona mtu akikuuliza for example Gashom ama Kolo, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Wewe pia unaweza jibu something along those lines. Maybe I am well, sindio? But in real sense autibu vile uko, like you don't say what you are going through. No. We have normalized the culture, especially for men. Yenye unaambiwa mwanaume kulia ni upuzi. Hiyo ni ushindi. Men should not cry.
Kauka.
Ask yourself that.
So like
Don't.
the first thing nataka, for example, nianze na wewe.
Yes, sir.
What do you think are some of the indicators that hapa penye niko bana kidogo my mental health it's starting to deteriorate? What are some of those signs unaweza ona kwa mtu seme huyu jamaa yuko fit anakapitia? Yes. What are those indicators?
The first small signs that can show that indeed mtu ana suffer from something or mental health ni like for example Gustavo anakuanga very social, anakuanga mtu wa watu, then all of a sudden Gustavo hayuko hivyo tena. Gustavo saizi yako reserved, ako withdrawn. Unajua definitely there's a problem going on.
True.
Then another sign inaweza kuwa vile tu mmesema like kukua triggered na vitu ndogo. Like something small happens, unakuwa triggered mara moja. Like tumekaa nawe for a long time. Then sasa nikikwambia something small unakuwa triggered sasa karibu.
Na hiyo inaweza kuwa ni indicator of something big imekuwa underlying in the shadows. So hizo small triggers alafu withdrawals from people, self-isolation,
just a change of behavior. Inaweza kuwa si necessarily a sign that you're suffering from something, but inaweza onyesha like
actually it's a sign, bro. It's a sign. Hizo disruptions,
because at times unaweza kuwa umeamua I think I need to work on myself, wacha niende nijifiche mahali, sitaki mambo ya watu. So unaona pia hapo nimekuwa withdrawn kidogo. That's also another type of being withdrawn, ndio.
Tukiendelea nitarudia hapo, I'll touch on it. Wacha kulua tuambika side nyingine juu
kadhaa. Uko tu normal days. Unajua tu your normal days. Ama kivile mtu anajua Gustavo ndio form zake upua chako class ama nini. Gasho ameongea kuhusu isolation. Unajitoa tu kabisa. Withdrawal. Say ati kama mwaitembea tutao and then you meet someone. Sasa amevaa tu suti, amevaa tu vizuri, msana anakuambia manze tafadhali unaweza nisaidia tu katibu. Niko njaa.
It's not fun.
Niko njaa. And with that inaweza kuwa amekutrigger uongee na yeye. Like ama in town tunajuanga mostly watu wako busy, people are doing their things, wewe unapiga. Then take a moment uongee na yeye kidogo and then uongee na hata kama ni you that mwambie, but muulize tu what is the problem. People nakwambia yenyewe I lost something, mimi I lost something and I think it is the end of everything. Talking of the end of it, yani msee ame give up. Apart from you kuwa isolated, msee amesema hapa mimi ni mwisho. Kuna wengine wana engage into drugs and especially my youth. And actually my youth all right my youth ama nimeguza mlima. My youth actually statistics inasema 45% of the Gen Zs wako so stressed up. 45%. And 15% ni wale when you are working population. This is sometimes due to pressure ya kazi. The issue here ni stress na depression. 45%, especially females. Sijui mnavunja wanawake roho. Mnavunja madem roast.
hiyo ni relationship.
Statistics bana inaonyesha majenzis 45%, but most of them ni ladies. Hiyo unawafanyia nini?
Most of them
ni ladies wanavunja roho.
Female.
I think hiyo inakuja kwa address ile issue yetu. Wanaume waongea. Mwanaume hata utajua kivunja roho.
Lakini wanaume nao wange. For ladies unajua vile tulikuwa nasema kuna that emotional aspect. For women they really know how to come out and really express themselves vitu wanapitia. A lady atakuwa na best friends kama 3 4 hivi yenye like akisikia kidogo yuko fiti anawapikia analia kwa fiti. Wewe mwanaume watu huwezi salimia mwanaume mwenzako hey, huwezi text hey what's up? Bako like unataka nikatia ni.
Sema hata hivi more the signs. Kuna some people unaweza find mtu anatumia hizo zinaitwa projection. Mtu anaweza kutandika vibaya ama atapige mtoto vibaya sana. Mtu yako stressed mahali wewe ana project siko ndani. Anatandika yani hata kwa kazi tuseme ina work. mko tu hapo hivyo ama hata school setup mtu umemwambia kitu but vile atakujibu mzee hata sikuwa na ubaya ni swali tu tena project and wengine press yani anaziweka tu yani aongeangi sasa si aongei
sasa hizo zinakuwa repressed ndo zitakuja
sasa
huko ndani
kuna psychologist say that actually I think it's Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud is our father in psychology. Yes. So this guy says emotions that are buried alive.
Yes.
They don't die. Zinakujanga kama ziko fresh na ziko ugly. Imagine.
Hiyo statement. Akili yangu imeanga hapo.
Emotions that are buried alive.
Yes. That were never resolved.
Yeah.
They don't die. They as cool films. Zinakuja in an uglier form.
Lakini sasa unasema that are buried. Lakini kabla ikuwe buried si lazima ikuwe imededi. So hizo emotions zikidedi kisha uzibari.
No, you can bury things alive, bro.
Kitu nini mzima. Yes, kia bana wengine wanazikwa mzima. Yes, mtu alizikwa na it was not dead. So kutoka emotions here, hizo ni unresolved issues. Mse sometimes I have clients. Say kitu inamsumbua tu.
Yeah.
Recently I've met someone. Say the mother, like the loved ones, like both the parents died or passed. Sometimes imagine now. Actually, it was this year, 4 years ago. But no, she never accepted it.
Oh, yo.
No, when we were talking about grief, loss and grief.
Yeah.
And she tells, actually she came in books and said, you know, I did not accept that my father died. And I was interested, and you know, there's what we call empathy. Lazima msikie tu.
Yeah.
This, so I wanted to know. The father died sometimes 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And she never accepted that.
Yeah.
You know, if this person angefine to say amongeleshe amwambie actually accepting the laws actually aikongi rahisi jo. We know sometimes it's not good. Ama it's not easy to accept it, but mse angepata tu mtu amchukue pole accept that yenyewe the fact that dad amepass na mom, there is a process unamchukua pole accept this, but what I understand, she never got that chance mtu amwambie yenyewe it has happened. No, you see, it was buried alive. That hakuwahi kubali. So you see, sometimes when she sits down, she feels that why should I live?
That one.
Should I live?
Your statement takes me to something else that is very distressing. You see, ukishaanza kuzi question like that, like why should I live? Hiyo ni a section of suicidal thoughts inaanza kuingia hapo. Inaanza kuingia hapo. Sasa ukianza kusema why should I live ama what is the point of continuing with life? Unaona? Like hiyo ni ile point, like uko ready hata uende hakuna anything. Yeah, na saa zingine unaweza pata like for this particular case, kama wale watu wenye walikuwa nakuletea that happiness ama wale watu wenye ulikuwa unaendanga nao that leaning shoulder na support, ilikuwa ni wazazi, nao ndio washaenda. Sasa unaona ni kama umebaki
wewe peke yako, you have no one else.
Yes.
Umebaki peke yako. Yes. So hii ndio pia inaleta this other concept. It's very important that you form meaningful connections na ukuwe na friends, genuine friends, wenye wana check up on you once in a while. Unajua kuna watu unaweza kuwa nao but ukipotea ama suddenly you disappear, they won't notice. Yes. Hawa wana enjoy tu mkifanya zile vitu zenye zinawapatia happiness nyinyi wote. But they are not interested in what you do on your own. They are not interested in what happens to you, life yako inaenda aje. So establishing connections mzuri, both as a family na friends.
Nyingine what naita building a strong support system.
Sasa unajua imam.
Strong support system where these people can understand you.
Do you think rehabilitation centers actually work?
They do work. they do work, and when you go to I visit many of them. most of
Unajua,
them.
I'm asking because
Yes.
I have okay, let me not
Don't mention him.
let me not okay, I have
Confidentiality.
confidential.
Data
Yes.
protection.
I have a friend who has been to rehabs for
Yes.
like a very long time.
Yes.
Each time anaendanga huko wanamtoa anasema ako sawa, and then anarudi home still anarudi to whatever alikuwa anafanya. So kuna hiyo cycle ya kupelekwa, wanasema sijui ako sawa kidogo, anarudi home tena anarudia. So like yeah, so I'm like wondering hizi rehabs hadi zinasaidia kweli?
That's a real question. Do they
Yeah.
work?
Do rehabs in Kenya actually work?
Rehabs in Kenya. Okay, rehabilitation centers. It is a correction center. So you go there.
Hata jela wanasema ni correction center. Lakini mtu akitoka huko
It is a correction center.
Uongo. Watu kutoka jela wakiwa wazuri.
watu wengine wanatokanga jela wakiwa
Hata Pastor Nganga alikuwa jela.
No, pastor.
Sunday tunaenda huko. Huyu jamaa lazima ikile mkono na
True story. Hiyo ni story yake. Anasemanga ashaikuwa jela by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, learn something. When we talk about rehabilitation, and these are correction centers, and before you are taken there, lazima upitie some test. Lazima yenyewe why you been taken there. Mjua ukienda places like called like community prison, you go there. We have Mathare, the national one. Mathare, sijui kama
Mathare ni the only mental institution.
call it Mathare national
Mathare hospital is the only
so
institution
they work good.
It's not
nationally yenye ina deal na stories of mental health.
No, ziko mingi. I think there are many institutions that deal with mental health. Hata rehabs
Ile ya serikali ile yenye serikali inasema ni this one. It's specifically Mathare, si ndio?
Yeah, national one.
the national one.
Yeah,
Kama
but there are several of them.
Yeah,
There are
private
several.
ama
There are private national hospital with their apart from the one that you know, Yava imesema. There are several of them. You have Liverpool counseling and testing. That is one.
Liverpool.
Yes, there is one called Liverpool.
cameraman wetu ni wa Liverpool hapa.
There is one called Liverpool. There are several of them private.
Okay.
But when we're talking about the rehabs, these facilities, mental health imekuwa demeaned sana because mtu amesema like currently what is the main cause of mental health?
Hata hiyo ndio nilikuwa nataka kuongelea.
What's the main cause of mental health?
Yeah, nataka tulete hii kitu home a little. Sisi ni vijana tuko campus. Ndio. So before hata tuanze kuongelelea ile mental health na zile vitu zote zinasumbua watu outside even in the country as a whole, nataka kwanza tuangalie kwa hizi spaces zetu za campus. Na hii nataka tu comments fupi then we build it. Tuone ni nini hizi zinasumbua vijana wa campus, ni nini hizi zina haribu their mental states, ni nini hizi zinawapatia pressure, ni nini hizi zinawapatia depression and anxiety in campus. Comments fupi. Yes.
Bwana, ya kwanza tu.
Yes.
Wacha tusidanganyane. Right now ni economy. Pesa. Economy imepeleka watu mbio.
Help yako haikujaki.
Inapeleka watu mbio sana. And psychology inakuwa very wide and mental health field. There are models. For example, the ABC model, the activating event here. The A stands for the activating event. So the activating event here is pesa hii.
Okay, so yes. Comments fupi. Unasema pesa.
Acha ABC model imalizwe. Mimi nataka kuelewa ABC model.
ABC. Activating, amesema kuna the activating factor. The economy. Yes.
Sasa hapa hivi, ya kwanza nimesema ni economy. Economy being the activating event. Then where is the consequence? Umesikia wengine wengi wamepigwa wash. Mtu ameoshwa.
Wale watu consequence now kwa pale Moyabe.
Waenda. Hapo Moyabe waenda. Mtu umepika ukiaja.
Nani hajafika?
Basi hapa
Huko.
Let us teach how to be a millionaire.
We want you to buy your dream car. enda vacation. Yes, ukuwe na magari. Na unasemanga by the way kukua shuleni ku waste time. Education
after that the following day mnaenda pale Mudhura kupoch masuti safi. Kiatu ya 200 safi, dress shukani.
Bana umeng'ara lakini alafu kabag fulani kalenda kachafu hizo wanakuanga nayo. Anyway, hiyo ni mambo yao.
Activating events, so yeah, the economy.
Economy.
Then the consequence sasa what happens to comrades, comrades wanaenda wanapigwa wash wengi.
Yeah.
Because I'll bring you the point of be here. The fact that economy mtupeleka mbio, I believe wengine wataniperceive kama mimi now you want to fit in. Je, in campus bana wenyewe unaona mtu amekuwa meng'ara, amespoil watu. Wewe na mentality yako wenyewe una kitu. Kwa kitako umejua vile inakufikisha man. Alafu wewe unataka kufit. Unazina kuramba. Now I believe the belief here as anyway I need to fit. So people will perceive me as mimi I'm broke. Is it the case? But what we are makombrisi unyaka hapo bana, just live within your means. Nafika pale kampo,
Hebu warudia hiyo. Wafanye
Live within your means.
Live within your means. Sasa nyingine wewe unajua home, sasa nyingine upatangi ile hiyo kitu, sasa nyingine unataka. But wewe unapata mtu kwao it is normal. Wewe unataka kuja, unataka kuingia kwa normal ya mtu. Na wewe kwako I wanted to give an example. Okay. It's in a place like Kenya. I was having a talk with a friend and said, the Somalis, when they come to Kenya, they're like in Dubai. When they come to Kenya, they come to Dubai.
In Kenya, Dubai. Kenya.
Umejua kwako ni home. Wanasema wewe unateseka huku mbaya sana. Wewe maisha imekuchapa, maisha imekupeleka mbio.
Unajua actually ukicompare na some other African countries, Kenya we have it good. Kenya we having it good. Because kuna countries zingine wanaumia mbaya. Like wanakuja huku Kenya.
Uongo. Kenya gani we are having it good.
Unajua sasa you've not been exposed.
You don't have it. Unasema Kenya.
I know. Shida yenu ni you are comparing Kenya with countries zenye zina struggle mbaya sana.
Nakwambia sasa.
We are not having it good. That should not be the standard.
Nasema as compared to those people.
We are having it good. For you, how can you compare yourself with someone mwenye ako below you?
Sasa
you should be aspiring. Kenya inafaa ikuwe ina aspire.
Unajua
kutoka penye
there's something you said once.
There's
something you said once. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly.
It's the thief of joy.
So, but comparison is also good. Comparison is also good as a
it gives you motivation,
factor.
yes.
But you can never compare yourself with someone who is at a place below you. You always want to compare yourself with people who are doing better than you. See at Kenya una compare na Uganda.
I was just giving you another perspective.
Stefan what causes stress?
Yes. You exactly. That is what causes stress.
You stress and that stress. The negative. You stress ni ile mbaya.
Like you stress ama
EU
stress.
Yes. Then you have the stress. Now the stress makes you to work positive, like utake kupata
positive. Hiyo ndio nasema
ile yenye inakupatia motivation.
Inakupatia motivation nini. But sasa wewe stress ni ile. Nyewe bana mimi I want to fit in this group. By all means. Kidogo umeshikwa manzi umetandikwa umeiba kwingine. Unataka kufit. Unaona?
So tukiendelea because nataka ni develop history unaongelea but still yeye amesema for people in campus zile vitu zinatusumbua sana. Amesema ni the economy of which ni pesa.
Activating factor. Kuna kitu ajamalizia bili ilikuwa ni
ngoja tu hiyo story na develop. Wewe nataka pia wewe tuambie
niacha hani sikusikia bina si kwanza
hii story tuna develop. Wewe kwanza tuambie and then because kuna so many things nataka kuuliza from whatever he's saying.
Okay, sawa. So maybe some of the things that na feel zina affect sisi kama comrades ama comrades hapo nje.
Wadau, yes.
Manze. Hizo stresses wanapata pale ni number one pesa. Pesa actually ni one of the underlying factors ya stress. Then number two ni pressure ya kuhandle different things. Unapata like yes kuna history ya do unafaa utafute do. Then kuna story ya shule, lazima usome, lazima uhepe soup, si ndio?
Hiyo sasa inaitwa academic pressure.
Yeah. So kuna hii pressure ya kwanza, economic kama nini, pressure ya do,
pesa tu, financial crisis,
mashilingi, ganji,
pesa
otas. Then kuna hii stress ya pili, academic pressure. Academic pressure nayo ni ingine pia. So unaona like all these things kuzibalance wakati mwingine inakuwa ngori. Na unapata msee ame break down eventually, zinakuwa tu mingi. Venye alikuwa anasema kuna historia kusuppress vitu, like unajiambia yes I can do this, I can do this, I have the strength to do it. Like I have something by then, a personal story. Tukianza hii podcast, the first few episodes, I remember there was a time I had restless nights nikifanya editing. So nilikuwa zile za like, yes I cannot rest, I need to finish editing these videos because if I don't do it, like things won't run smoothly. So kuna hiyo pressure pia, the hustle pressure, hustle culture. So una feel ni kama if you're not involved, kuna some guilt, una feel ni kama you're not enough. Una get? So hizo vitu zote I think ndo zinafanya tunapata stress.
Kuna point anasema like that brings us another view, like kama unataka kuhandle the mental health space, you have to set realistic goals. You see, thinking of the podcast, he had to sacrifice. He had setting realistic goals. Sometimes in campus pana comrade, mtu you want to be rich manzi, unajua wakati wako haijafika, you want to compare yourself with them. Unaona tu msana ball na kwa nini siwezi kuwa bowler? Unajiuliza, you gotta sit down. Sema let me follow the ways. Sometimes unaweza nifuata, you don't know the skills behind my back, kujui ni nini natengeneza hapa mbele. So wewe unanifuata tu blindly. Kidogo inakuramba. Unaambia nini watu?
So true. There's one thing I wanted to ask.
What? Ask.
You see, right now we are in a very beautiful age where you can access almost everything. The whole world has become a global village. You can keep friends with whatever is going on in China, US, Uganda, even in your village. So do you think that the pressure that you need to succeed, the pressure that you feel like you need to make something of yourself, has been worsened by social media, where every time if you scroll through your social media pages, you see young people around your age, they're doing very well. You see even people who are younger than you, but they are in places in life yenye hata ukiangalia uko like, hata nifanye kazi for the next 50 years.
You know, and that raises another question.
That
raises another question, Gustavo. Even like mental health. Unasema maneno ya social media na mental health. So there's a question I had being asked somewhere, that is mental health saizi, like saizi imekuwa exacerbated saizi, ama ilikuwa pia hivyo kitambo? Ni ile hasa kitambo haikuwa inaonekana, watu hawakuwa wanaiongelea, ama mental health haikuwa kitambo, ilikuja tu juzi?
So these are interesting one. Unaona, let's talk of kitambo kidogo. Sema millennials labda wanaelewa hii. Unaona, use of media. Unajua wao they used to write letters. Andika mabarua mazee, umeandika
na smoke
signals na drums
na smoke signals. Look at now. Imekuwa worsened vile umesema. Exacerbation has actually increased due to media. The fact that now media, how do you use media? You know, some people unaweza muuliza, sometimes I'm not social, but when I'm alone, niko TikTok, niko to like IG, just, you know, sometimes there is what we call the sleep sometimes. Sleep ya watu mjua siku hizi bana, people sleep the shortest time. Watu wanaanza kulala saa 9 usiku.
Nitiko nikuje hapo.
Saa 9 usiku. No, this thing with the truth inakuchukua from the real world, inakupeleka wewe kama
hiyo si mbaya. Mimi ile kitu ilikuwa inanishangaza ni anytime like unaangalia hizi social media pages, be it TikTok, be it Instagram, be it IG ama Snapchat, watu huko wameng'ara, watu huko wanaenda holidays in Dubai, watu wanaendesha magari, people your age. Na hizi pia ni vitu pia wewe ukikaanga chini hivi unatamani, unataka pia mimi nifanye hivi. So unaanza kujiuliza makosa ilifanyika wapi? Ni mababu zangu walikuwa wako very serious with life. Watu wakiunda pesa walikuwa wana
hypothetically speaking. Let us go step by step. Mse, unajua if you want to hit the sun. If you want to between the moon and the sun gani yakonga juu?
The sun.
If you want to hit the moon, you aim at the sun.
Yes.
Huyu jamaa alipanga aje alifikaje huko? Before you say you can consult. We can do it positively.
Consult unajua ni good.
Hiyo. Ni
good man.
You see, now that pressure anyway it worsened this. So it has worsened because
social media has
worsened the huyu jamaa is just at 21. Wewe you are at 23 but umesota banadi una hustle unateseka una pesa hata ya credit ya tembo fuliza uko nayo vile fuliza ilikuwa sio fuliza uko na koa karibu weke CRB
Hustler fund kuna narusha hapo ndani
nimepata notification ya Hustler fund
huyu jamaa alifikaje huko that pressure so Lugans that one will cause us stress that kwani mimi why mbona sijifika huko juu and some people as a result they get to hata I don't know kama Freemason exist
kanisa ilifunga
hawana pesa ya kulipa bills bwana so I was like
exist we want to get that money very fast
quick riches
yeah but at my capacity mimi naweza fanya hii can do this but if you look at the people huyu kijana hata namshinda miaka man na ako I can use the alternatives
so unaona hiyo pia ni hiyo shida pia inaletwa na feeling the pressure that you need to make it based on your background. Kama umetoka first episode tuliongelelea
village champion
village champion
so unaona kama cameraman is a village champion yes
unaona kama like for example you are in campus na you are village champion
yes village champs
unapata like umetoka from a place of struggle a place yenye umeona like ile life iko huko like si life unaweza taka uishi hiyo life even your children wezi watakia hiyo life still at the same time pia unataka utoe wazazi kwa hiyo life kuna watu wenye wamesoma all the way from kindergarten hadi campus wazazi wakipeleka vitu kama kuku shule kulipa fee kitu kama mahindi ndio walipe fee kitu kama wanakata miti wanapeleka like unaona hiyo ni sacrifice wazazi wamefanya hiyo yote ndio wewe siku moja like turn the tables around wafanye pia wao waishi maisha fiti so it's a curse in itself because ukitoka hapo una feel like you feel the pressure lazima tu ni succeed hakuna namna nyingine lazima tu ni succeed so tena ukiingia huko campus tena unapata bila tena hiyo pesa yenye
the likelihood of that village champion succeeding is very low.
It's very slim.
Basically speaking people have come all the way from the coastal sandy beaches of Mombasa Lanchaland and the compelling towns like Kisumu City. When I was
it's Ochieng speaking right now. You're on the lakeside.
I came, when I used to grow up, I was dreaming to come to Nairobi.
Champion.
You are champion.
This lifestyle, when you're talking about the media, I was just watching in the news.
Kuna place naitwa Nairobi. Huko watu
wanajibamba. Sikuwa najua. So, we realized that through media, I'm in Nairobi. I'm in Mombasa. I see the watu wana
na ukiona tamani, si ndio?
Ukiwa huko, unatamani. you are back home wewe all the way umetumia village.
Yes, umekaa hapo
bana.
ile shot yako imepigwa kama 100.
Kwa nyumba inakaa iko na torch. Pigo bakire. Sema I want to go to the city as well. So tutakuwa na pressure like I was talking about the eustress. I want to work hard. Niende nikuje I come to a place like the city. When you come here you want to fit in. You struggle to fit in.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the process of struggling to fit in, but then you end up taking the wrong direction.
Facts.
Taking the wrong direction unajipata mko Sayuni.
Kwa baba.
Yes. It is very true. Social media actually has really affected many of us. So it is sometimes good to use the social media in the right way. Use the social media in the right way. Talking of social media as if you have a talent, go there, enter into the space.
Yeah.
I show people your talent. You can sometimes get the donors and say, hey, these guys doing. They can reach to you.
Yeah.
Go learn.
Yeah.
I like. I do sometimes. I talk to peers. Tell them sometimes watch kitu kama podcast. You know sometimes you get me watch vitu kama hizi.
Watch podcast.
Watch podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we just advise you ama we talk as peers to live within our means. Enyewe fika maybe it is not your time. But ikifika hiyo time yako utashine.
Yeah.
Unaona? So wewe uko tu peke yako una follow watu wanasema, watu wanafanya, but you end up taking the wrong direction.
So the other thing,
Yes.
nataka tuguzie pia how to manage some of these things haraka. But before I do that, nataka niongele how sometimes I manage my stress.
Yeah.
And then I want to hear how you guys also manage your stress. Yeah. You see, like for me, for the longest time, imekuwa easier if I'm going through something. I cut off like the world, like I isolate.
You isolate yourself.
Myself.
Withdraw
So
yourself.
I withdraw myself. Sasa nijiite kama mkutano nikae chini with myself, ni brainstorm on whatever I'm going through. But ulikuwa unapata ukiwa like that, watu wanaanza kusema like wewe you are very nonchalant. Like you don't let people inside your life. Kwanza wasichana wapendi mtu kama huyo. Like you see for you, utakuwa very excellent. Mtu mwingine akiwa na shida kama ni kolo. Manze utamsikiza na utaofa solutions zenye zinamsaidia yeye. Lakini when it comes to you,
you feel like there's no one who can listen to you.
Yeah, you feel like there's no one who can listen to you. There's no one who can understand you. Now probably there is no one who can help you. Because tuseme tu, for example, some of the problems you are going through, tuseme moja ni ya pesa. And then you look at the people in your circle and you're like, jamani. Sasa kama mimi ndio connection ya now my friends.
Hawana pesa.
Yeah, like my friends look up to me, but then me I'm going through this financial crisis. Yes, how will I even go back to them again? Na niwaambie. Yeah, so you see for me, it was for the longest time isolation, and maybe I take a pen and paper and I jot things down on my notebook. I journal it very, very clearly. And then after that, somehow vitu zinakujanga tu zinakuwa fiti. You see, that's me. Yeah, of course I have friends wenye ninge naeza ongelesha. Yeah. But then for me imekuwa hivyo. So that is how I handle my stress and my stuff. Yeah, but of course I'm still learning. Si ati niko hivyo sahi. Yes. So pia nyinyi, I don't know how you handle your stress.
For me mine is a bit different. Mimi nikiwa na stress, I often don't isolate myself ama najiweka mbali. Na feeling ni kama nikiwa na stress kisha isolate mahali.
Tadedi.
Like I won't do good things. So what I usually do, mimi najitoanga tu huko nje. So nikiwa like I'm facing something ama I'm going through a rough patch, naendanga tu nje na interact na watu. So interact na watu, I feel like napata energy from the interactions I have with people.
Do you talk to people about whatever you are going
through?
No,
funny thing, I'll just go interact with people. I won't talk to them about what I'm going through. We'll just talk about anything else. Then after that, nitasikia ni kama I've gotten some energy from that interaction with those people.
Okay.
Okay, for me, maybe I don't travel enough. If not me, nile mse, I like talking, and it's good. Sijui kama unajua your personality. Personally, I'm a sanguine. A sanguine nile. I always feel it's good to talk.
Yeah.
Mimi, I talk it out.
Yeah.
But whenever I have some stress, anyway, let me ask you, for those people, maybe comrade, we ukutu hapa manze. Do you think Mimi, kiwa na stress, going to take alcohol, going to indulging into drug?
Yes.
So when I wake up tomorrow, maybe nilikuwa na issue. Will that issue have gone?
No.
Ilikuwa imeenda.
Hizo it's inaitwa
Temporary
numbing
solution.
Yeah, temporary
You are trying
solution.
to-
You numb your problems.
Yes.
But even if you wake up at the end of the day bado zitakuwa hapo, but for that
Zitakuwa hapo.
particular moment
Zitapotea.
zinapotea, like you're just having a good time.
Yeah. So for me, I always feel like I should talk them out, but it's only very healthy. Find
Do you have a
someone.
best friend that you talk to about
Yes, I have a colleague of mine. Actually, we've been friends for long. Whenever he has problems, actually,
your girlfriend?
not.
Speak on it, colleagues.
This is a friend nimekuwa na ever since from childhood. But currently I think he's in campus, actually in Kenyatta University. So we always share problems because you know, when we talk about the society, when we are talking about the causes, sometimes the pressure you're talking about with the society, do you accept where you are, that you can only accept that when I was brought up that is my home. You accept that. So I have this friend of mine where we grew up in the same social like same background, like tunaelewana sana. So whenever I have an issue, I make the call, bro, hey, mina leo I feel like this, and the same to him. Whenever he has a problem, I'll give him whatever, I'll offer whatever I have, kama new advice,
Support,
that support. Bro, yenyewe it is like this. Whenever he's down sometimes, bro, I feel like hapa naye nimefikiwa hapa. So we do share. So find someone. For me, I always find someone to talk to. But from that, whereas you're talking about journaling, sometimes I always find it so healthy even to me. I read. Anyway, this is the issue. But this issue, see, I can't run away from this issue. Hapa hii kitu, siwezi tokea. It's either I face it or face it.
Yeah. Because even if you ignore it, it will still be there.
No, it will be there. So I find the possible solution. If it is seeking support from friends, but from my friend, mimi hapa niko hivi, I seek support. Because you know, a human being is like a tree. Because a tree, it has the roots, it has the fruits, it has the flowers and every other thing. Unaona? So haiwezi kuwa peke yake. It's like a human being. I find it so healthy. Mimi, whenever I have an issue, I ask.
But hizi vitu huwezi ongea tu na just anyone. You must have mtu mwenye una trust, because ukianga kuongelesha mtu kama hizi, that is the point when you are most vulnerable. You are most exposed. So lazima ikuwe ni mtu una trust completely.
Usitumie mtu anatumia, I'll use the weapon anatumia hii weakness yangu kunimaliza kabisa. So you have to be keen or understand. We're talking about the emotional, the psychological part of it, mental health. Understand yourself. Mimi mwenyewe, this person can help me. You have friends, especially comrades, you have friends wenyewe. Huyu jamaa anataka tupige form.
Masherehe.
Kuna tu jamaa unajua.
Bila hiyo sherehe.
Kuna mse
Kisha kuna konga na watu fulani mtenda sherehe pale, watu wakununulia pombe lakini ukimitisha 100 ya lunch.
Bro, ina pesa
wanasema hiyo ni jukumu ya wazazi wako.
like that. Yes, accept me the way I am. Kama ni hiyo sherehe tupige na wote.
So by the way, when ni mtu wa SD nasikianga ukikunywa tu Fanta.
I mean to SD.
Niko nyingine. Sasa watu kama nyinyi watu mna deal na hii maneno ya mental health, psychologists pia, si ndio? We also need psychologists need.
Very interesting one. Napenda hiyo. Yes, napenda. Actually, someone was telling me that you know, actually we were unveiling. Actually told me umenisaidia sana ku unveil the things I could not face.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make understand that this thing you have to face the way it is. And when you talk to someone wanajifunguanga, you know, that opening up is very healthy. I was talking about burying things alive. You remember? So easy vitu akifind mtu anaweza msikiza, actually anaweza ongea, even some people will cry, which is very healthy. You cry, if you don't cry it out, sometimes what I was talking about inakujaga in an ugly form. Unaona mtu anakuwa depressed. Mjua kuwa depressed, unaona vitu kama 3 stages mtu anakuwa depressed. But when I talk these things out to someone, I feel like I am relieved. Kama ile umekuwa mahali fulani umefinywa mahali, but kutoka nje you find that relief. So that is the healthier part of it.
Talking
out. Men should talk. Wanaume mazati fai kulia. No. Sometimes even me personally, I feel overwhelmed that I cry. But nikishalia,
When was the last time you cried?
I was you.
The
Right?
last time
I just wanted to ask the same thing. I wanted to ask, when was the last time you cried?
the last time I cried was when I lost I think my brother, my elder, actually alikuwa uncle yangu. That is, I was in school. I remember, but the news came and I was trying to understand, what is death? Like sitamuona tena.
I can't.
Because this someone who was brought me up there, actually when I was young. Sijaona huyu mtu tena, like I'll go back home till the news was brought up when I was in school. Like sitamuona huyu jamaa tena. And I was told. And I cried. You know, singeambiwa, I feel that enyewe when I kikuja nyumbani nipate the information, like, but I was told, now I had it. You know, I was sitamuona, but I was truly understanding that enyewe ameenda, you know.
But you accept and then you heal and you life.
You know, that acceptance, you have to accept, because sometimes
but it's a journey.
It's a journey. So ya kwangi rahisi, so it is good to see, talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
Kusaidia sana because
that is very, very impactful and very interesting. There's like something I want to talk about. You see, even me as a village champion, just like Polo. Two things. Maybe atajibu. First of all, you will tell us what is the difference between a psychologist and a therapist. The other thing, for most of my life, personally, I've not had the opportunity to go and talk to a psychologist or a therapist. From all the experiences I've been having, like it is almost like ni kama watu wanasema like ni kama it's a waste of time because everything starts and ends with you. If mimi ndio niko na hiyo kashida, I decide whether I want to overcome it ama nataka inimalize. Unaona? But aside from that, in Kenya, how accessible are therapy services and are they really affordable? Ama hizi tu ni vitu zenye they are reserved for the elite? Yes.
Okay. Actually, they are very accessible. But what happens?
Affordability.
They are accessible and very affordable. And I used to work with an organization that is called Newness. Yes, I know.
They are affordable.
Yes, just
have you been to a therapy session?
I said I've never been to a therapy.
You've never been to a therapy session, so you cannot.
They are not affordable, bro.
You've never been to a therapy session.
It is because of the same reason. They are very. Those sessions are expensive.
Just listen. I was sorry ni yangu mani yako. But they are affordable.
Affordable is how much in your dictionary? It
depends. You know,
affordable kwake inaweza kuwa si affordable kwake.
Inaweza kuwa ni 10k peke yake.
Wacha niongee. Ongea. Affordable ina depend na wewe. You know, I had a privilege back then to visit a Ciala resort. I don't know if you've been to a Ciala resort. Ciala resort, just
a resort.
This one does not travel.
So when we got there, when we got there, we were like, the cheapest food. Actually, see food, ilikuwa drink. Ni soda ndogo. It was being sold at 700 shillings.
That is affordable to someone.
That is affordable to you.
Yes.
To you.
No, let's see. I was bringing the concept of affordability here. Gashina anasema how affordable is it?
Yes, are
You
they
see,
affordable?
now it depends. The affordability, yes, it is very affordable because I was bringing this concept like there's this organization I work there or serve also. We give pro bono services.
Pro bono.
Yeah, where we accessing the facility.
No, first of all, just for someone who wants to akona issues na nataka this sort of services, waambie ni wapi unaweza pata, waambie that organization ni gani na how they can connect na wa reach out to that organization wapate that sort of help.
We have pro bono services. Yes, we have newness counseling organization where if you come there, personally I serve there as a counselor as well. So if you come to newness counseling organization, we do pro bono services, and also we also charge. So if you want the pro bono services, they're there.
So does it mean that the pro bono one is a bit low quality? I don't want to use the word trash.
Okay.
Yeah, but
okay, we have what we call the client. If you come there, you come as a client, and you go to our secretary. That is where we book the appointments. You visit them, the offices, and then you tell us the issue. That is of low quality, like company for free. It's low quality.
yes, because at the end of the day, the therapist also has a family.
I know. Let's mathematically yes. But we are under the organization where it is the organization which is facilitating this. We do the services. For us, we understand that human beings just mkubali vile yako.
Ngoja. Hii part ya affordability. Ngoja kwanza
Nizunguka sana.
Because from what I know. Kupata high quality counseling services zenye zinaweza kukusaidia kupata counselor with that level of experience. Unapatanga kwanza the kind of hospitals zenye wako attached ni the private ones wako in places like Aga Khan maybe. But then you see like they charge per hour. And the amount they charge it's not small money. Yes, it's not small money. It's real money. Yes, that is why there was a time I was saying, are these counseling services just privileges that are reserved for the elites? Yes.
Okay.
Because if you're a village champion, if you are really struggling, you cannot put aside money uende tu uongeleshe mtu akwambie shida zenye ni zako akusikize tu and then akwambie how now you can better navigate them. So kupata good counseling services, is it really affordable?
It is very affordable. We have also the government, which also support in giving the counseling services.
Do public hospitals offer free
They
counseling
offer
services?
free counseling, and these people they're trained
Public
practitioners.
hospitals.
They're trained. So maybe I don't know how access have you tried. How many times have you tried?
No, the only free counseling service najua ziko accessible na available kwa public hospitals ni ile ya
VCT.
Na hiyo tutakangi hiyo watu wanaendangi hapo hawataki wanaendanga VCT kwa hapo wanapiga kakona ikine karefu.
Actually they are there for the addictions, the stress, the depression, like the counseling organizations are there to serve you. We have the government institutions. We have the private institutions.
Government institution kama gani? I only know of Madari, of which we talked about.
Yeah. You have the government lights. No. If you right now most of us kama comprehend, if you just search the counseling organizations,
They are toll free.
they're toll free. I also know of the Red Cross. Red Cross offers free counseling services, and
Red Cross.
Red Cross, yes. Red Cross is an organization we know. It offers free counseling, and they're trained practitioners.
watu mtuambie hapo kwa comment section. Yes.
They're there. So maybe you've not tried or you've tried, but
I've not tried. For Red Cross.
yeah, they're there. They offer.
Have you tried any?
And we also share. I'll also share with to share hapo hivyo kwa
in the description
the
we'll
toll
share.
free,
Yeah, the toll-free
the numbers and how to can access the counseling services, the government, even in private hospitals. And we know private hospital automatically in biashara ya mtu automatically lazima atakucharge.
No, it's about, you see,
And also helping you'll access them, but they give you the terms and condition. Unaona, they'll give you the terms and condition, and they'll make you now choose. But before maybe it's nyingine, we know the state or the economy sometimes inaweza kuwa ngumu sana to access such. We have the government facilities, the counseling organizations by government, like tunajua Red Cross is an example too, one in many. We'll share the numbers or the contacts so that you can easily access the services. Yeah. They are very much accessible. Augustine. So maybe kidogo, maybe umepatwa na stress. You kama umepatwa na stress gani, you've not tried.
Hata unafaa umpe hizo namba saa hizi.
I'm listening. I'm speaking in the insights.
Ile tu, if you sit back there, sometimes opportunities, like the way sometimes there's the famous known CEO Dr. James Mwangi says, opportunities they don't come for you. You go for them. Mimi, I have an issue, I have a problem, but nataka mtu akuja nichukue hapo. Who is that? Who will come? Because kila mtu anaenda mbele. Look for that opportunity. Go for that counseling service you want.
I think I will.
Yeah.
And I'd like to direct my last question.
Yes.
Probably to Mr. Shom. Yes, Mr. Shom.
I'm the guest. I'm also here to absorb these insights, to absorb this wisdom, just like you. Yeah.
You've not even had the question.
Should.
Yeah, so what do you think about the patriarchal culture that has made men to be seen as they have to be strong, they have to be toxic? Like a man should always be strong. A man should not be seen anywhere ameka chini hivi is weeping ama like akona mashida. The man should always be like the key, the powerhouse that drives the family, drives society. So as a role model for you, you should be always almost perfect. Kilasa, what do you think about that culture that says that men should always be strong? Yeah, I think should be strong.
I think we've actually already discussed that.
Yeah.
Because we were just saying tukianza like ati men should not cry, men should not do this, and we say that that is a culture that should actually stop. I'm not saying that patriarchy is I'm not categorizing patriarchy as bad. I'm like kuiweka your side as bad, but kuna some aspects to it that we should really not embrace, sindio, because times are changing. Saizi kuna na pia nini like venye kulikuwa hiyo wakati si venye kuko saizi. Mashida zilikuwa hiyo wakati. Now the problems you're having right now. There's also something else nilikuwa naona. Tulikuwa tunaongelea story ya social media. So there's a question yenye ilikuwa ina ring kwa kichwa, mkaanza kuongea ikasahau but imerudi saa hizi. Yes, like are we really handling mental health properly ama tunajificha tu sisi? Unajua sasa kujificha unajificha. A lot of people are hiding. We are hiding because there's that pressure yenye iko online, social media. Unaona kuna some sort of aesthetics imewekwa kule nje. You feel pressured to live to those standards. So unajificha and you end up having to keep all those things inside, suppressing them. Inakuwa sasa ni shida ingine bigi sana. Yeah. So basically hiyo swali yako, it's a very good question. It's a summary of everything that we've just discussed. Yeah. And that's my what. Those are my 2 cents.
Okay, so
yes.
Kolo. For anyone who is out there, any comrade who is out there mwenye anaenda through something, una vitu zinamsumbua, either ni relationship zake zinamsumbua, either ni finances zake haziko pale anaweza taka kuzikua, either ni grades zake kidogo anaona si vitu zenye anaweza taka. What assurance unaweza mpatia that life is not all about all these things? Life, like where you matter in life, and how do they see life from that point on? Like unaweza kuwa na setbacks, but this is how you go around it. Yes. How can they, like mtu akipitia kitu, how can I safely navigate it without even before ni sick hizi now counseling services? Yeah, because hizi vitu zinaweza kuoverwhelm ukiwa peke yako, upate manzee umejipiga hapa kat ama umechukua kamba baadaye. Yes, no uende Sayuni. Yes.
So basically, when we are talking about especially the youths right now, there are very many things, and we've talked of some of the factors to measure up the pressures in the pressure, the school pressure, the society pressure. You have friends, you have everything, and you are there alone. So sometimes it is good just to sit back, ask yourself. We call it, I always put it like SWOT, doing the SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis, the analysis. So in SWOT analysis, this is where the SWOT analysis is where I understand my strengths. I understand my strengths. What are the strengths? What are these things that at an individual capacity I can do? What are the things that I can do perfectly? That if I do them and achieve these things, manze nitakuwa na feel enyewe I'm doing something that hata even the achievement, even that achievement, hata kama nitakuwa nimepata, but I've achieved. I used to do back then in high school where hata kama ningekuwa nimeimprove kidogo, hiyo siku ningejipolisha kamkate.
Kipata D plus kamkate.
Kamkate. That is, these are my strengths, that enyewe this thing I can do it. I also have to understand my weaknesses. Talking of the SWOT, I understand my weaknesses. That anyway, this thing, I cannot do this thing. I cannot do this thing. Sometimes I've tried, nimejaribu, but anyway, I like this thing, but I cannot do it. What should I do? Ask a friend, colleague, consult from a friend, consult, uliza. Unaona? As a person, say, I can't know everything. Yes. I can't know everything. Whatever I may know. Gashoma anajua, Gustavo anajua, maybe I may not know it, but I want to know it. What should I do? Sinaweza uliza. I ask because I have realized this is my weakness. I have a problem with coming to the maybe in school, and you see people the way vile wako tu, like you are trying to fit in inakushinda. I can ask a friend, yenyewe bana, how do you do this? I have the opportunities, as still on the SWOT thing. SWOT, the opportunity that I have, the opportunities in the SWOT. The opportunities are many. Social media is one of them. You have the opportunity that you can learn from the social media. If you have a talent, you can sell your talent to the social media. Through the social media or through the friends. Actually, as vile ulikuwa umesema, the world has become a global village where we can access everything. The opportunities are friends, colleagues. I have the support system. Tafuta these people who can understand you. Bro, mimi, I have an issue with this. Share with this person. Kama is not in a position to help, it can advise you accordingly. There are the threats. Anyway, in the SWOT, the threats. These things, mi naisipendi kitu. Naogopa hii kitu. We have the phobias. You have everything you can, but that is easily understood. The phobias, like the threats you have. Avoid, sometimes it is good to say no when it is appropriate. If you are in a position to say yes, do. But all the same, remember the consequences.
Facts.
Remember the consequences. Square, you're being swayed by the waves of a different culture, different people. When we join the group, you know, wenyewe, this has always been a threat to me. But now we are in that cocoon, tuko mbogi, twende. But wewe mwenyewe unajua hii kitu mimi nayo naogopa. And you want to face it because you think you are many. Now leave the consequences come. Na kuja individual unatandikwa. You see, it's suffer. You know, as a result, we know the recent the Gen Z protest ilifanyikanga, you know, as we are going there, we are in large numbers. When those tear gas imerushwa, when that thing is, you know, we don't see that we are not we are supporting the government against the government, but we are feeling that we are kuna kitu mahali, but we need to fix it. Unaona, but have strategies. Unaona, I know hii kitu mimi hii kitu siwezi, but now tuko wengi, twende. Tuko wengi, Simba itakupata wewe unakaa mnyonge. Unaona, tuko wengi, but unajua mimi hii kitu mimi naona ogopa. And you go there feeling that, and then coincidentally happen that wewe mwenye umejua ati mimi hii kitu naogopa, mtu anakusukuma mbele and inakupata. Utaambia mzazi nini? But utasema because utakuwa umeenda. You know, just understand as a comrade, as someone, as citizen. Unaona, these are the things that I can. Unaona, these are the things that I fear. So wacha let me see the right way, you know, and we can go far. You know, there's this psychologist called Peter Love. Peter Love talks of there is confidence, there is challenge, there is commitment. You know, if you have the challenge, if you are in a position to challenge something, do it. But if you can't, ask someone. If you have the confidence to face wrath, kitu ni mzito man. But I have the confidence, and yeah, I can face this thing. Face it. If you feel I can't,
Achana
nayo. Otherwise, utaathirika vibaya, unaweza kufa. And if you die, but life hata people forget about, you know, people forget about you. We have Jonathan Hanik. He's called Jonathan Hanik. This guy is a psychologist, and he said,
Continue.
Jonathan says that the best battles are won in the mind. The best battles are won in the mind. One, like unashinda, win, yes. They are won in the mind. You know, after thinking about everything, bro, you know, when I'm saying the best battles are won in the mind, I mean, after analyzing the SWOT analysis, identifying your strengths, weaknesses, the opportunities you have, even the threats. Say, I can face this thing now, yes. I'd have thought before doing something. So nisiende tu ati mimi sasa watu wanaenda twende. Utaathirika vibaya, unaweza kufa hata uende Sayuni. Unaweza athirika vibaya sana. So it has to safeguard for the purpose of our mental strength, mental well-being. Let us understand that you have to analyze everything. Usifanye kitu because maybe, but sometimes we do things because of the circumstances. You know, you come to a robust place like Nairobi. That you want to be like people. I want to do these things because people do them. But yenyewe inakuramba. No, you are talking about the village charm. Ili jamaa navigate the streets. Bana atakuwa ametokwa tu, amekaribishwa na Nairobi karibu akufe. Analia kila siku nimeibiwa. Maisha ni ngumu. But yeye anajaribu kufit, but the parents, so we call them the caregivers. Wow, they try to facilitate. Anajua mtoto wangu or my son in campus, I can facilitate the rent and the food. But we take care that kuna vitu kama the friends, sherehe ziko town. Those nini kila kitu sherehe and everything is town. No. But wewe If not want this in your mind that anyway this place is robust, unakuja na hata hujavaa helmet bro, hujavaa helmet,
naingia tu na
unaingia na
Tuna
kichwa.
kichwa head on.
Wewe ni nani? Unapigwa kichwa hapa katoe kuisha.
Yeah,
So sasa na just if you are there.
we understand ourselves.
And self-awareness is very key. You can do this sometimes if you are out there or you are unaenda kuwatch hii podcast.
Yeah.
Just sit down, do a simple test, draw yourself. So I ask you, Gustavo, I want you to draw yourself, but you don't write anything on yourself. You don't write anything on that paper. Kashum, you just draw yourself.
Yeah.
You don't write anything. Just draw. But if I ask you to tell me about the drawing, you can tell me. Utaniambia mimi sipendi hii from the drawing. Utaniambia mimi sipendi hii, mimi napenda hii, I don't like this. That is self-awareness. You can try to do that. To understand yourself. If you understand yourself, you can try. Hii njia kama nafuatilia watu hapa hii standard nayo wananiwekea mimi. Hii wananipeleka mbio. Mjikate. Find where you fit. That is how you can always try to do with mental health.
Yeah.
We call it understanding, being able to give back or promote the community. Understand your abilities,
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Inakuwa very interesting. This topic.
Me, I feel like I can't say anymore.
I also can't say anything else.
Yeah.
Adding anything else will be diluting whatever Kolo has just said.
Yeah, I feel like being a psychology student, your lecturers must be very proud of you.
Must be very proud of you.
Big up to Kolo's lecturers. You guys, you're doing an amazing
And
job.
also the place where he works.
Yeah, and the people listening, ukiwa na anything inakusumbua mental health related, tutaweka details zako in the comment section, but still akitupatia his parting shot, I think he'll tell us where we can find him. IG,
Yeah,
TikTok,
we'll also have those toll-free lines up with the description.
Yeah.
So in case you're going through anything, you can just use them. And yeah, hold your brother's hand, hold your sister's hand, tushikiliane, because people are going through a lot out here. Yes. And that's it from me. Kolo, you can give us your parting shots.
Amazing. So for those of us who are watching the show, it is as I was saying that the best fights or the best battles are won in the mind. So just listen to yourself. If you are in a position not to handle that thing you are listening to, seek support. Seek support, but seeking support is also very procedural. Seek support to the right people. Don't be misled by others, because all in all, it will come back to you. Sometimes we call them the sheep. We are just walking. They're just walking. Unafuata tu wengine, Just seek the right support. But mental health has always been very key. Listen to yourself, seek support. They have the counseling facilities. They're just free. Some of them are free, but if you can get the opportunity to visit the places, share what you feel like. Share just how you feel. It will be very healthy. Otherwise, for reaching to me or in the facilities around, we will also share the details in the comment section. Kiongozi will share, Gustavo and Shom. And also we have the newness where we offer facility. We offer you the opportunity to come and share with us how you feel. So I wish you a very lovely life and enjoy the moments. And enjoying the moments, I mean mindfulness. Mindfulness is being present. Being present here is that kama kuna kitu, chop that thing other than kuziweka. And I was talking about coming out earlier.
Yeah.
Mindfulness is always very key. Thank you. And we also kesho tuko na fun day. People like having fun at the arboretum mapema. See you there.
So
Awesome.
I guess from me, that's all the time we had for you guys today. Thank you, Collins, for sparing time in your busy schedule to shed light on this crucial topic. And then we are in episode 10, guys. This is a major milestone. Episode 10, sio mchezo.
Major milestone.
We appreciate you guys for the support so far, because you guys inspire us to do more and more and more, because we have just started to launch ourselves from the launchpad. We just ask for your support to bring along your friends, let them share and subscribe our content. Very soon after we reach, is it 1,000 or 5,000 subscribers, that we are going to start now launching out merchandise, very large merchandise, fitty.
We actually have merchandise coming your way.
They're actually ready.
Yeah, they're actually ready.
Yeah,
We're just waiting for that 1,000 subscriber mark, and the merchandise will be out there. Yeah, merchandise moto kali. Yeah, anyway, thank you for your support, guys. We treasure you so much. We value you so much. And if it were not for you, we would not have been here. So thank you, guys. We are here because of you. And as we always say, every day, story
ni zetu.
ni zetu kila siku.
Story ni zetu.
Yes.
Yeah, so see you guys in the next episode 11.
Episode 11.
Yeah, but I think let's make it a bit interesting. Episode 11, we are not going to discuss anything that is purely from us.
Yeah.
Mtuambie hapo in the comment section what you'd want us to talk about, and then whatever gets the most comments, ama whatever gets proposed mara mingi, I think niyo tutatako.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Yes, na kama uko hapo na uko na story, kuja juu story ni zetu.
Every day, every time, story ni zetu. Yeah, kabisa.
I think ni hivyo.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Kiongozi. Nashukuru sana.
Nice. Ngori.
Yes. Mr. Producer.
How long have we gone for? 1 hour?
Have we gone for? I don't know, 40 minutes.